Hello my friends, welcome to Sweden. My name is Lars, and Sweden is a country that has had the metric system for over 150 years. So I'm born with it and used to it, but all the videos I've seen on YouTube channel, for example, has stuck on the decimal system. So before we go into the metric system, I will briefly explain the decimal system. Deci means 10. So everything is divided into 10 parts somehow. If I take, for example, this meter, you see this is 1 meter. It's divided into 10 parts, and each part calls decimeter, and this decimeter is in its turn divided into 10 new parts. That's centimeters. So 10 centimeters per decimeter, that means 100 centimeters per meter. It's the same with the American dollar. You have $1, you have 10 dimes, 100 cents. 100 cents makes a dollar, that you all know. So it's the same here. You can look at this as a dollar. That's the decimal system in its simplicity. And you can see here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters. That's 12.345 decimeters and so on. That's the decimal system. It's not the metric system. It happens to use the meter, yes, but if you take a moment with some imagination and make this about 11 centimeters shorter, then you have a yardstick instead, and you can apply the decimal system on the yardstick. So you have deciyard, centiyard, millayard, and kiloyards. Nobody does it, but it's okay. Now I have here a caliper I bought a couple of years ago, like this, and if I turn it on, it's on inches, and you can see it says 1.195 inches. Okay, so you have 1 inch, 1 deci-inch, 9 centi-inch, and 5 milli-inch on this caliper. So it's used in other systems than the metric system. This is not the metric system, but using the decimal system. So now, what is then the metric system? Well, actually, it started in the late 1700s with this guy, Napoleon Bonaparte, and he was not pleased with the different measuring systems that they had in France at the time. So he told some science guys, go find me another system, one system that can rule them all. So they did. What they had done before this was to measure the distance between the equator and the North Pole. And they took that distance, divided it by 1 million, and they came up with this length, the meter. All right, so that's the meter, the origin of the meter. Then they come up with, if we take 1 decimeter and make a cube of that, that's 1 decimeter, 1 decimeter, and 1 decimeter. Then we have a cube of 1 cubic decimeter. All right, the contents of this cubic decimeter, we call it a liter. 1 liter is 1 cubic decimeter. And if you fill it up with water, it will weigh 1 kilogram. Okay, so they did. But water it expands when it gets hotter. So they had to also specify the temperature of the water inside this cube. We use the Celsius temperature scale. Under Celsius, by the way, is Swede. He had invented a temperature scale just before this, and they decided when temperature of the water is 4 degrees, then the water is as heaviest. You can also find 4 degrees of water in the bottom of a lake, for example. And if it's warmer or colder than that, it will flow. It will rise to the surface. Now I found I also have to explain what this means. 1 kilogram. Kilo stands for 1,000. Gram is 1 cubic centimeter. 1 cubic centimeter weighs 1 gram. 1,000 grams is a kilogram. 1,000 cubic centimeter is a liter. I just wanted to clarify that. So this was good. So they decided to implement the scale that Anders Celsius had invented. So that's it. Okay, that's the root of the metric system, and for an average person like me, that's all I have to understand, because now I can easily go between different measuring things here. I want half a liter in a bottle, for example. I can place this bottle on a scale and then pour water and see when it weighs half a kilo, then I have 1 liter in the bottle. Also, if I like to, for example, bake a cake, and it says on the recipe I need 50 grams of butter. This is half a deciliter. It weighs 50 grams. I fill it up with butter and I have my 50 grams. I don't have to use a scale. So that's how to use it. Easy. And if you have 1,000 of these cubic decimeters with water, for example milk, 1,000, then it's a ton, a metric ton. 1,000 liters, 1,000 kilos is a metric ton. So then you have also, of course, cubic centimeters and cubic millimeters, and cubic centimeters, cc, you have an engine, 1,500 cc, that's 1.5 liters. So that's how you easily use this system. It's very thought through and very easy to use. So during the next few hundred years, some more things has been added into the metric system, integrated into the metric system, like volt, ampere, and such, and also pressure. And this is a fluke of nature, actually. If you take a hose, which is 1 times 1 centimeter, that is 1 centimeter square in the bottom, and this hose goes up from the earth where you're sitting and up through the atmosphere, and then you measure how much air there is in this tube and how much it weighs, and it weighs 1 kilogram. See, when it weighs half a kilo, then I have 1. That means that the pressure on your body where you're sitting is 1 kilogram per square centimeter. If you take now water, you are going down to 10 meters, and you do the same thing. A tube of 1 square centimeter up to the surface, and you weigh how much water it is, and it's 1 kilogram. So obviously the pressure on your body when you are at 10 meters deep is 2 centimeters per square centimeter. That's it. There are many examples I could take, but I think that's enough. I think you got the idea how simple the metric system is, and it is using the decimal system, yes. So that's about that. I appreciate if you could press the like button or something like that. This is my first video, and it would be interesting to see if somebody watches this video and to the end. So I say thank you very much, and hej då!